The plant swap, a story of kindness and connection. Mark always wanted to make the world a little brighter in his own small way. Each morning, he left small potted plants outside his apartment building, each accompanied by a heartfelt note. "Take me, I'll brighten your day." Wrapped in his gentle gesture was a quiet hope that these little tokens would bring a moment of joy to someone who needed it most. One simple act of kindness sparked a ripple effect that Mark couldn't see just yet. The plants, with their cheerful notes, often disappeared by day's end, a reminder that even the smallest things could make a difference. One day, as Mark approached his usual spot, he noticed something that stopped him in his tracks. Sitting in place of the plant he had given that morning was a new plant, tenderly potted and green with life. Attached to it was a note, handwritten and heartfelt. "You brightened my day first. Thank you." Mark held the plant close, feeling a wave of emotions he couldn't quite explain. There was joy, of course, but also something deeper, a connection to an unknown person who had chosen not only to take, but to give. The exchange marked the start of something beautiful. Days turned into weeks, and the plant swap evolved into an unspoken tradition. Whenever Mark left a plant, he'd often find another waiting in return. Some were accompanied by heartfelt notes, others came with small drawings or symbols of gratitude. It became clear to Mark that his simple act of leaving plants wasn't just about spreading happiness anymore. It was a dialogue, a silent conversation between kindred spirits, built on generosity and connection. Each plant shared a story of someone who believed in the power of paying kindness forward. Mark realized that giving, even without expecting anything in return, often sets off a chain reaction of goodness. Mark's simple gestures taught him, and perhaps many others, a profound truth. Kindness has a way of circling back, often when you least expect it. Every returned plant represented someone touched by his initial act, someone who decided the world was better off with more giving in it. What started as a quiet wish to brighten the days of strangers grew into something much bigger, a movement of generosity that reminded him of the power of community. Small acts, no matter how humble, have the potential to create waves of positivity. They prove that even in a bustling, anonymous city, connections can be formed, hearts can be lifted, and gratitude can flourish. As you listen to this story, reflect on your own acts of kindness. Think about the little things you can do to make someone's day brighter. A smile, a word of encouragement, a small gesture like Mark's. Remember that those moments, no matter how fleeting they may feel, have the power to inspire and uplift in ways you can't always see. Life is often a mirror, reflecting back the energy you give out. If you pour kindness and compassion into the world, it will find a way to come back to you, sometimes in the most unexpected, heartwarming forms. The story of Mark and his plant swap is a gentle reminder that no matter how small the gesture, giving without expectation can ripple outward, touching lives in ways you may never know. So today, take a small step towards spreading kindness. Leave a note for someone, perform a random act of generosity, or simply share this story with a friend who could use some inspiration. Let's keep the chain of kindness going. Who knows? You might just find an unexpected gift waiting in return. Mark's story reminds us of this simple truth. The world becomes a brighter place when we choose to give, not for recognition, but for the joy it brings to others.